I found abandoned ruins in the mountains and decided to restore them, but I didn't know that I lived right in this monstrous territory. Today, I have to survive 99 nights among the scariest creature in Minecraft, through different seasons, restoring ancient ruins, and of course, facing this boiled creature. The further we survive, the stronger it will become. Please note that this is one of the scariest videos on the channel. Some moments may really scare you, and for full immersion, I suggest you watch with headphones. First day and... wait, what is this place? When I first saw the houses, I immediately realized that this place would become our new home. Coming closer, you could see that the buildings were not in the best condition. No one had lived here for a long time. Listen, this place is like something out of my dreams. What I certainly didn't expect to see first in this house was a bamboo bow. I even managed to find a few arrows. This place was amazing. There were mountain views all around, and the entire area with the houses was surrounded by a mountain forest. I was already imagining how I would build my own farm on this clearing, keep sheep and watch the sunset. But I had no idea what was waiting for me ahead. Having quickly looted the second house, finding a couple of stones and one string, I'd already decided for sure that I would live here. So it's time to start gathering. I collected sticks, twigs, pebbles, and in the evening, when it gets cold in the mountains, we'll need to make our first fire. Wait, it's a real cloud here! Look, a cloud! Okay, all jokes aside, let's make an axe. Our first primitive axe. Another thing is, I was very lucky with the gifts from the forest. Not far from our little plains biome, there were many different bushes growing. There were cranberries, but it was still early for this berry. It was July and cranberries still ripen in the fall. And under a birch tree was a very young raspberry bush hiding. At first glance, it may seem that the bush has been dry for a very long time. So let's hope that this berry will survive. Okay, we definitely have something for dinner. The sun was approaching the horizon, so I quickly made a fire and of course cooked some meat. This is incredible. What a sunset. It's really beautiful. This is probably the most beautiful place I've ever survived in. By the way, I haven't been here. Honestly, I don't really want to go there. There's so many cobwebs there. After exploring the lower floor of this house, I managed to find a book, a feather, and some paper. Maybe these abandoned houses once belonged to a writer, but most importantly, I found a jug of water, which allowed me to replenish my thirst. The restoration and renovation of these magnificent houses will require a lot of resources. My first priority was to work on the roof, so that at least the houses could be used for sleeping. Let's make a crafting table and some chests. We'll have a lot of items. If I want to settle here with confidence, I'll definitely need tools. And I was lucky. There were clay deposits near my houses. It'll be needed to make molds for tools. It is in them that we'll cast the first picks, axes, and even a saw. Let's make a mold for the pickaxe. Perfect. Having obtained clay and made molds from my first instruments, I dug a hole near the tent. I'm gonna make a homemade furnace in it. I'll arrange the clay molds, cover everything with straw, wood, and set it on fire. While my homemade furnace was heating up, I decided to see what resources are needed to clean the buildings. Turns out that before I have to restore the floor, I need to remove cobwebs, stone, and coal residue. And all of this needs resources. To remove the cobwebs, I need 5 stone knives. Okay, we already have 1, we just need 4 more. First, let's make a blade. Okay, 6 will be enough. Let's make sticks and just connect the whole thing. Done. Oh, okay, that's better. By the time we got rid of cobwebs, our tool molds were already done. Okay, great, let's take it. The second day was almost over. I decided to take a little walk in the forest and even managed to find some edible berries. Day 3. Our houses were still uninhabitable. We still had to remove the stones and we needed tools for that. That is what we'll do today. Good morning. I'm gonna head over to that river now. I wanna hunt and find some ores that will help us make tools. It's a bit high here, so we'll have to go down. First, let's have a drink. Finally quench my thirst. And now we'll sift the ores. Oh, look, we got a piece of copper. Well, I feel like I'll have to spend some time here. I spent most of the day sifting ores. It was good that the water was readily available and I could calmly replenish my thirst anytime. So we have 10 copper, I think that's enough. And we have another jug, we can fill it with water. Oh, by the way, we can make a bunch of them. I would love to hunt some more, but I only have 1 arrow left, so it's time to go home. In the evening, we finally started to smelt the top of the pickaxe from the copper pieces we found and the clay molds that we made. The fire would need some time to do that, so I started making a fire to cook the meat that we had hunted. 3 more pieces. Oh. What was that? Okay, it's raining a bit, so I think we should hide in the tent. This was our first night in the mountains. The copper was still smelting and I had no bed, so I had to wait out the night and watch the drops fall from the sky. Finally, our first pickaxe. Now, with the help of a pickaxe, we could remove all the stone from the room. On the downside, when removing the stone, our pickaxe was completely used up. Great, okay, well, all the stone is gone. I don't think we can live here yet, because the roof leaves much to be desired, and the floor too, and there's coal scattered around, but it's a start. I think the room we're cleaning now will be a living room, and on the -1st floor I'll make my bedroom, where I'll make a fireplace and a storage area. Most likely we'll allocate the second 1-story building for a kitchen or a guest room, and the kitchen will probably be on the outdoors. We'll also have to deal with the issue of a shower and a toilet. I think we'll do all that outside. In order to remove the coal, a copper shovel was needed, so today I had to go to the river again, sift a number of pieces of copper, smelt it all down, fill the form, so that the next day I could finally remove the remaining coal. Great, there was coal here and now there's none of it. Look, we just cleared everything. Now the most important thing is the floor and the roof. But this is only one room. We also have a whole building. I won't even mention that one. And here we will need more resources to clean it all up. So it's definitely 100 days worth of work here. New day. Walking through the forest, I found blocks of loam dirt. I decided to collect them because they'll be useful for the farm that I'm already planning to make on our site. I think we need our own garden. I have tomato seeds and some others. We'll fill it with loam dirt, it'll grow much better on it, and the plants should definitely survive. Yeah, I don't have enough. Not bad, but not too good either. But the main thing is that the plants grow, because we don't have water here. For the roof, we'll need 192 alabaster. Yeah, but only after that we'll be able to move under the roof itself. There's a barrel here, and we can make the alabaster in it. Oh! Year 2001. By the way, I was born in 2001. However, it will not be so easy to do that, but we'll still try. If we wanted to get the roof on as quickly as possible and finish the first stage of restoration of our first house, I needed to go to the river again to find the ingredients for limestone water. I also have some problems with water, so let's collect some water at the same time. And the weather here is cloudy. Where we live in the mountains, you can't see these clouds, but here it's completely different. It's just some kind of fog. Wait, these look like shells. Okay, let's have a drink. And I've never made such a hard roof. There were fish in the depths of the river. I tried to hunt them right away, and considering that there is not much food in our mountains, raw fish will be very useful. More fish. Oh, wait, kelp, I can eat it too. Let me collect it. In an emergency, there will be always something to eat. Look, under these clouds the weather is just terrible, and here we have sunshine. Okay guys, now we have dry lime. I don't know how much hammer we'll have to spend for this. It wasn't easy to make either. Probably we should have collected some more, to be honest. Good morning. It was raining a lot last night. Oh, and the barrel's full. This where we'll throw the limestone. Now that our water became lime water, we needed to make millstones to make plaster, which would later become the basis of our roof. These holes in the tiles look really sad, and we want to fix them as soon as possible. Now that we had the millstones, we had to go looking for limestone, and the funny thing is that we already had lime water, but the blocks had to be mined separately. Besides, I'm really hungry. I can always replenish my reserves with what the forest gives us. There's a lot of berries in the forest. The main thing is to know which ones are not poisonous. Here it is, real limestone. You know, if I were asked to describe our current work, the restoration of these two houses, in one phrase, I would probably say harmony and solitude. Just me, the mountains, the forest, and the clouds. Everything for peace and tranquility.
'Cause I've made all the mistakes, and I've dealt with the heartbreak, but I think that I found my way.
This will take a while. Making the plaster we'll need for our roof was the most tedious part of restoring these two houses. It was easier to remove cobwebs and rocks, but now the real construction began. And as usual, the hardest part is getting all the components ready. It took me 2 whole days to sift all the limestone. Of course, I had to make breaks for snacks and strange sounds from the forest. Okay, that sounded kinda bad. Who's here? That's really weird. Okay, let's go back to camp. But I definitely didn't imagine it. No one? From there now? Okay, I'd like to hide in the tent, but there isn't even a corner here. What is going on? Okay, maybe something is making sounds from the house? Who's here? Only you knew how scared I am right now, and my stomach is growling. Okay, no one. This is how it all looks, guys. Here we have gypsum in front of you, and now we need to throw it into this barrel and close it for some time. And this is the final stage. We'll get alabaster, repaint it to match the roof color, and we'll be able to restore it. It's a lot of work, yeah. Making alabaster was not a quick process. There was a lot of work to do. While the barrel was working and I'm improving our camp, the first thing I did was make a composter. We need this thing to create fertilizers. In the future, it'll be really great for our farm. By the way, some of the plants did not survive. I also decided to make a coal pit to get charcoal. I put a table with chairs and improved our cooking on the fire. I made a clay pot and now we could cook soups. Soon I'll have fish soup. And that's it, we have soup cooking, and it's actually become a lot cozier here, and everything is slowly developing. Wait, I think this thing wasn't here before. It's already sunset, and what is this? I quickly paused the game and went to review the files. You can rewind and see for yourself. It wasn't there. I just don't know if it has anything to do with the sounds I'm hearing here. It's already nighttime. Okay, you know, I feel kind of uneasy about this. The morning was cloudy, and there was slight rain falling from the sky. And still, we had soup ready, so I ate it with joy. Oh, okay, perfect, the soup also restores thirst. Alright, let's probably throw in some more fish right away. We'll wait for this whole thing now. Additional items... Here, okay, let's make a workshop. It will cost us a little bit of wood. I mean, we can get it super easily. Oh, and here it is, the workshop. What can we do here? It was an unusual feature, but with this workshop, I could get different decorative elements every few days, for absolutely free. Look, it's a really cool thing I built, it even has some shelves, but as for these scratches, I can't even imagine where they came from. This night turned out to be one of the most... see for yourself. Whoa, wait. What was that? What do you mean? I don't get it. Wait, I don't get it. It's just standing there. What are you? You know, I don't even want to look at him. Oh my god! What is happening? Wait, this is just insane. You can't even imagine the emotions I felt when I found out that I wasn't alone in this survival. I still don't know who it is, what it is, and how it will affect my life here. But we already know for sure that this thing can attack me. This added to the horror. How's our barrel doing? Oh! Another half a stack is ready. Okay, and how much do we have? Alright, that's still not enough. We gotta keep loading it. I was more than sure that the scratches on the inner wall of one of the ruins belonged to the monster that I wanted to kill me that night. Perhaps I should have already prepared for battle with it. It was hard to say how one could fight a monster that appeared out of nowhere and disappeared in an instant. Regardless, for the first time since we'd started restoring these two ruins, I decided to explore the area. I could walk through the forest for a long time, but the most important thing is what I could find there. Oh, look, there's houses here that are just as ruined as mine, only here some of them don't even have a roof. Perhaps this is what remains of some old ancient settlement. Here I was able to find new arrows and some different components, which by the way will be needed to restore our houses. A clock. That was weird. One thing was strange. After such a huge amount of time, the clock was still running. The second hand was running in a circle, or was it running while I was only here? Another building. Oh, there's another jug here. Okay, I mean, we can still really easily make them from the clay that is near a house. And here, nothing. Okay, climbing up. Let's collect all this. We need it all. Oh, we can go even higher. Leather, 5 pieces, we can make a katana from it, and many more crafts. How about armor, or even a new tent, maybe glasses? Okay, fine, a fishing rod and a helmet. Whoa, it'll be so much warmer in the mountains. And again, the clock. That's so weird. Alright, maybe I'm just looking for some hidden meaning in everything. Returning to the camp in the evening, I collected the plaster and threw in the new plaster for recycling. I think the roof will be finished tomorrow, but... Okay, this isn't good. It's watching you. Where are my torches? All I have is a bow. Come on, where are you? I want to sleep in my house so bad. Oh my god! Wait, no. No. Oh my god, it's running towards me. It's running after me, it's running. What is going on? Go away! Go away! Home. Who is this? What is this? Good morning. Not many clouds today, a little haze in the distance. Anyway, you know what I realized? I think we're 100% gonna move to our house today. We've got 4 stacks and some more cooking. I'm throwing a little more now, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have our roof fixed. While the alabaster was being made, I decided to move my things immediately, without waiting for the sun to rise. I was very scared. Let's make new chests. Birch, okay. We also have a new soup ready, we'll eat it now too. Oh, never mind, we won't eat it, it's rotten. Yes, our food could spoil, but we still had to eat, so I threw some fish into the pot to boil. I guess I'll put the chest right here, alright. For now the chest is above the open sky, but I hope that's gonna be fixed now. Okay, done, I'm taking it. There's just a little bit more left. Surviving in the mountains can be a challenging experience. To prevent this from happening, I always try to pick up different resources that might be useful in the future. Starting from berries and ending with different stones, and of course, I additionally explored the area. I spent 3 whole days on this, and returning home tired, I began to wait for the morning. By evening, I finally moved all the resources into the house, and most importantly, fixed the roof. After fixing the roof, I immediately decided to work on the floor. It was much easier and there was no need to mix cement, clay, you just needed to get the right amount of wood. So today we also restored the floor. It only took 1 full day. Now our house looked much nicer than at the beginning. The floor was completely restored and the roof was completely leak-proof. In the future, we'll have to work on the walls, windows, and I want to note that this is only the first building of those that are here, and restoring such buildings is not a quick process. But I was very worried about that entity, the monster that had attacked us more than once at this point, as if it was becoming more aggressive each and every time. Autumn. I myself didn't notice how the time of cloudy days and endless pouring rain crept up unnoticed. All the trees changed their color, and at this time of year, there'll be much less fish in the river. As for the wild animals, they're starting to prepare for winter, so they're going out hunting, and apparently we'll have to deal with some guests. Naturally, the harvest will grow slower, and the fires will die out faster. And in our magnificent mountains, it seems pumpkins will start to sprout again. On my own behalf, I'd like to add that autumn is my favorite time of year. Sometimes cloudy and sometimes a little depressing, but at the same time very warm, and namely in our hearts. So what's interesting, I got this bag and the food doesn't spoil in it, so I can just get the soup and eat it and replenish my thirst and hunger. So now I'm gonna make some torches. They're obviously not made the usual way, so there's another option. We throw logs into the fire, we toss it on, and now we make a torch from an ordinary stick. We have 8 torches now. As if, you know, having torches like that could maybe scare this monster away, but honestly, I have no idea. Let's light the air a little more, as if that would help. Well, maybe we could add one last torch here. Okay, and great, a window that shows light looks a lot better. At night, our house began to look much nicer. How cool it was to be in a house with a repaired roof and some warm lighting. Oh! Some screaming? Okay. What was that? What is happening? Oh my god! Okay! That's it! I have no more arrows! I only have an axe! The only way I can get out of here is through this door. I didn't sign up for horror. I just don't think I need to leave. Oh my god, he's just standing there, look. Oh my days. Now it was clear to me that this monster was planning to destroy me. Miraculously, I didn't take any damage, but that was only because I dodged well. With each day that I lived among these mountains, the monster seemed to intensify its attacks, and I still don't know how to fight it. The morning of the new day began quite anxiously. There was silence around, only a light wind in my ears penetrated my fear. I decided to add a little coziness to our house. I made a carpet, put some chests, and placed various devices for survival in these mountains. It was time to see how we could restore the walls. The endless rainy season had begun. It was hard to guess when today's rain would end, but it was good that we had a leak-proof roof. You know, this is our first trip to the caves. I can already see coal. I had no idea if I could meet this monster in the caves. My main goal was to completely restore the building, and to hold out until day 100. Circumstances could prevent this. On day 30, I made myself a bucket of water from the iron I had mined. We needed water, since unfortunately there was none in the mountains. Surprisingly, the sun came out today, and you could see how yellow all the leaves had become. Okay, we need to drink quickly, I'm really thirsty. Now, we'll collect some water and carry it up, and we'll have to do this a few times. It was time to see what we could do to completely restore our home. The last component was, of course, the walls. They looked really bad, with a huge number of cracks, stains, and overall they had an unpresentable appearance. I'd say we're pretty lucky, because we just need regular brick. We have clay here, I mean, there's not much of it left, but it's there. We already have shovels, so we can get it all pretty quickly. And the most important thing is that we have clay in the river. All we need to do is just smelt it all down. Smelting our clay. On day 31, it started raining again, and I, like a true clay seeker, was mining clay all along the river. Look, wait, there's bears there, but they're kinda small. Okay, actually we came here for clay, so let's carefully get what we came for and get out of here as quickly as possible. We'll probably take the apple too. I see him. I see him! Oh my god! Whoa! Wait, no! No, no! No, he shouldn't be able to pass through the forest! Oh, no, considering that he teleports! Okay, I got into some cloud. Wait, okay. The sun came out. In the sun, this monster disappeared. Otherwise, we wouldn't even know what would happen next. He just did way too much damage to me, it's not funny anymore. Initially I was scared of his appearance, but considering how much damage he does, I don't even know how to hit him. Just what's going on here? Now it was clear to me that the monster was a huge threat, and was probably becoming our main problem. He didn't show up for the next 10 days, during which time I managed to restore the walls of our first building, and I'd already begun restoring the basement, and I also made a second farm. I found this place really pleasant, and I gradually created many new things for processing leather and creating new food. I had to hurry up with the food because winter was approaching. Guys, I think our moment has come. Right now, I'll restore the walls. Oh, wow, okay, they're so cool. They're really beautiful. Yeah, the only thing is the lower floor. We gotta do that separately. And nothing has been done here yet, but we'll start working on it now. Now the roof, the walls, and the floor were fixed. The first house really looked like it should have looked all those years ago. Completely restored with super smooth and even brick. Just look at those details. It's actually really easy to compare. Look at how cool this one looks, and here's the house that we haven't even started working on. And so you understand, yeah, it looked exactly the same, with holes in the roof, some kind of strange mold, and horrible walls. And this is what it looks like now, and I think we'll definitely make this house as beautiful as our first one. Winter has arrived. All of our mountains were covered with snow. It became much more difficult to move around, and the river froze and polar bears became a common sight. Look, it's snowing! The temperature outside is minus 10 degrees. Okay, yeah, we clearly need to dress warmer. Let's light the furnace. Well, at least 0 degrees is better. Alright, it's time to make doors because without doors, the cold will penetrate us from everywhere. Finally, my house had doors. Putting them on wasn't a problem, but most importantly, it felt like I was better protected from the monster. Since it was cold outside, I needed to make warmer clothes. I could make them using leather I found while exploring the ruins in the mountains. Now, yeah, there's no doubt, we won't freeze. Another conversation is that the snow works in such a way that I get stuck in it, but we have a shovel. Clearing the area of snow was an important task in the mountains. Unfortunately, the shovel broke very quickly, but I understood that if I don't clear my area, no one will clear it. Look how much better it is to walk and run on a cleared area. I mean, this is of course until the first snowfall, but I'm really pleased with my work. Oh, by the way, icicles have started to form. Wait, do they drop anything? Nope, never mind. Since our first house was already filling with coziness, we needed to make a bed. For this, I'll need a loom, and first I'll load 24 pieces of string. Now we begin to make the fabric. Perfect, now we have a bed, but there's a different problem. We can probably only put it somewhere here, and it's already getting a bit cramped. Something needs to be done about this. It was with this thought that I decided to continue restoring my houses. Well, we had a minus first floor where there was also terrible, dirty, moldy tiles. And what can we say about the inside? First, I also removed the cobwebs. This time, it took 15 knives. They filled almost my entire inventory. 15 pieces, where else would you see that? Okay, let's clear away the cobwebs. What is this? Some kind of bloody bricks. I feel like this is the work of the monster. Everything is changing quickly. What's going on? It's a new day. Although it was sunny outside, a wild tension was flying in the wind. That is, this monster just took and changed day to night? And all these bricks that were here, they disappeared somewhere. Just explain to me what's going on. And where did this come from? Did the ground collapse or something? Look, I was standing here before, walking around, remember? This isn't funny. I don't know what else this monster can do. Let's just get some food. In the next few days, I started preparing the plaster again. Went for clay and mined limestone. My goal was to finish the first building completely. The wood was easy to chop. I'd say I didn't even notice how I did it. After some time, our first floor was completely ready and our first building too. The only thing I'd like to add is glass. To get to the shells, we'll first have to break the ice. Yeah, it's really beautiful. That's where we live. You can't see it from here, but the world is just huge. I didn't even notice how quickly I managed to make the floor, and right after that, the walls were repaired too. Whoa, okay, this looks really neat. And welcome to the negative first floor, and it's done. We'll put a door here and most likely a bedroom. Maybe then we'll bring the stairs from the top floor to the bottom one, and we can gradually move here and move some things too. And we'll have a house like this ahead of us, and let me remind you that this is how it looks now, and this is how it used to look like. Now it's simply perfect. Glass won't be easy to make because it'll have to be blown, so we take the ceramic tube, put it on our magnificent, I don't know what this is, and throw it into the fire. Now we wait until our future glass heats up now, and when this happens, here I've also prepared it, we'll blow this glass. Okay, we now need to let it cool down a little, and we blow the glass. And okay, here it is. We did it, the real thing. After doing this several times, I was able to gather the resources needed to finally build the windows. The house was now completely sealed, and now the heat began to linger there. After that, I immediately removed the stones. All that was left was to restore the floor and the walls. Now that our first house was almost completely ready, I even started moving things to the -first floor. It was time to think about how we would deal with the monster. I couldn't think of anything better than making myself a new bow. Since the bamboo one was really weak, I made a metal one. It's good that we had the resources, and on the other hand, I don't know for sure if this monster can be damaged at all. Today, I had to check that. Here it is, a new bow with a really cool sight, and it shoots much faster. And, well, the bamboo bow that we found here at the very beginning, it had its own atmosphere, but now we have a completely new bow, and look at how awesome it looks. What is this? All the lights went out. Okay, this isn't good. This is really weird. This monster, he's laughing at me. Oh my god, it's so scary, I don't know. Ah! What is this? I've never been this scared in Minecraft. Wait, what is this? What is that? It's snowing. Oh, there he is! Where'd he go? Wait, show up! Oh, take it! Okay, low HP. Wait, 30 HP. No! I won't let this monster take her home. Oh, what's going on? I had some water here somewhere. Oh, you're here. Okay, take that. Oh my god, what's going on? Come on, I have 2 arrows left. Come on. Oh, okay. Okay, that won't work. And I'm out of arrows. What now? What do I do now? Okay, I've got 5 more arrows. Take that! Okay, more. Wait, 49 HP. Go. He's gone. Wait, did you hear? Did you hear that? He's taking damage. I don't know what that sound was, but it felt like he was taking damage. Okay, I need to heal, and I'm out of ammo. Only the saw is left. 1 damage. Okay, that's bad. Okay, the axe. The axe is okay. This is just insane. I have no idea what I signed up for. Morning came. but it didn't make things any easier. It was clear that this monster could make nighttime at any second. If we want to survive, we need to make more arrows. So, in the coming days, I went bird hunting. Although I had sticks and flint, there were problems with feathers. For one such attack of the monster, you need at least 30 arrows. But it's still worth considering that the monster is constantly evolving. And it's not entirely clear how much health it has. Oh, look, wait, that's amazing. Winter is coming to an end, so there's no snow here anymore. It's only up there in the mountains. There's a lot of snow there. And here we have the birds. Now, it looks like we can collect feathers from them. Wait, I said... Okay? 10 feathers! Wait, look, we can make a lot of arrows this way. If I had known right away that so many feathers are falling from them, I certainly would have thought of it earlier. Running along the lowland, it was already felt that spring was somewhere nearby. The snow was slowly disappearing, the birds were returning, and I think that soon the snow will also disappear from our mountain. While exploring the area, I came across a beautiful lake with a small house nearby. Why don't we explore it? If there's monsters here, I'm gonna... Okay, I think he's not there. Inside the house, I found a couple of interesting items. First, I found a cool sword. It looked pretty unusual. I managed to find different ingots, some coal, as well as logs. There was also an anvil, which I decided to take with me. We'll also take the composter, maybe we'll build something near the lake. It all depends on whether you like this format or not. Well, for now, we'll return back to our beloved mountains. Let me remind you that in the mountains, we still had winter. The next day, the snowstorm was very strong, and I wondered about building an outdoor toilet. So, resources, yeah, we can build a lot of things for our houses. Here's a toilet, for example. Well, I should have some bricks left and some resources still need to be collected. Oh, by the way, remember we had a workshop here. It was supposed to give us all kinds of furniture. I collected all the furniture that was there and placed it on the first and minus first floors of our already repaired house. While collecting various resources in the forest, I heard very, very scary sounds. It was 100% that same monster. It was as if I'd already gotten used to the constant feeling of danger. I think in some ways you are too. Winter was ending and the toilet was ready. It looked good. As good as an outdoor toilet could look. Yeah. A quick overview of the furniture that I was given. A couple of these chests of drawers. We now have a little sofa here and it's really cozy. Look at how cool it is here. Now I'll show you what we have at the very bottom on the minus first floor. Ta-da! A small kitchen. I thought I could have it bought outside or here. Anyway, with the help of everything that was given to me, I organized the small kitchen. Here you can sit, drink tea in a Japanese or Chinese setting. I think it turned out really well. When you enter the room, you don't even think that there's a tea room here. And our toilet is right here behind these two houses. It looks great. The main thing is not to fall in it. And great, we already have 3 buildings here. It's a new day. Winter was finally coming to an end. The wonderful time of a spring had arrived. Whoa, there's so many animals. Hello everyone. Wait, these are rabbits jumping around. Okay, cool. Let's look at our house. Whoa, okay, it looks so fresh. Oh, and the wheat has grown. Wait, I must have planted tomatoes. Yeah, these are tomatoes, 100%. And here we have onions, I guess. Yeah, these are onions. Spring gave me a great mood. I decided to go to the forest to collect new resources to restore the second house. So, wait. What are those sounds? This is not good. This is very bad. I don't know how to explain it, but I think if we move away from our house, the world turns to night, and our monster is active at night. This is most likely his doing. Okay, but what if we go to the river? Oh! Okay! Okay, I see him! Back off! Back off, back off! Oh, what's going on here? The monster began to completely influence the world. I tested it several more times, risking my life. As soon as I moved 20 blocks away from our house, the world immediately turned to night. Perhaps the clock that I found in the location made us sound for a reason. Apparently, this monster can control time, and I will soon find out that it's not only time. Look, to restore at least the floor here, okay, now we can easily remove the stone, but to remove the floor and walls, If we have wood on the side, okay, yeah, and clay too, but I think the veins are located in this mountain and they're not enough. Yeah, that's the last one. It's not clay anymore. Oh, no, no, back! Yeah. We don't have enough clay. Basically, one thing has become clear. To restore the last house, I'll have to extract resources at night. Go to the world of this monster. Perhaps you will be shocked, but while next to our house, time stopped moving. So, it might not be obvious, but the clouds are standing still. They're not moving, and the sun isn't moving either. I have a really bad feeling that this thing is not gonna end in any way, so if we want to finish this project, we'll have to go into the dark. I'm gonna go get some clay, guys. This is really scary. If it was just a regular monster, I would know what to expect from it. Is it some kind of animal? Okay, yeah, it's a bear. Oh, and bears can be dangerous too, wait! Okay. Okay. No way. I've never felt so scared as I do now. I have 156 HP, guys. That's less than a fifth. Okay, I have half a stack at home. Just a little more. My hands are shaking so much. I just can't. The darkness will swallow you. No, the darkness isn't gonna swallow me. So, where are you? Where are you? Here! Here he is! I can't run fast! I can't! Oh my god! No! No! Let's go! Come on! Just a little bit more! Just a bit more! So... No! I fell! Why did I fall? Oh my god. Okay, so we collected even a little more than we needed. I still have some reserves. Now we'll put all this stuff to be smelted. I think that he's already controlling everything that he can. I'm absolutely sure that this monster just doesn't scare me. It's a specific monster that he is simply ready to destroy me at any point. We're just really lucky that I was able to escape. We had to catch our breath a little bit, although one thing was clear. We are now in a completely new condition. I'd say directly we were in a cage. It was enough to take 2 steps away from the buildings as the world plunged into complete darkness. And this darkness was not our place. The monster whose name I didn't know felt like a fish in water. I have an idea. Maybe the previous owner of this house, or maybe some forces, well, I don't know, forces that aren't letting this monster come close, so these buildings are some kind of salvation for me. Well, I don't think that's too far. The problem is that the bridge just doesn't suit us. Maybe it's too far? We don't have any clear boundaries. Okay, I'll try. I was lucky that I had a little bit near my house. I think the resources are becoming limited. All the other trees, you have to walk to them, and you have to walk through the darkness. Okay, let's clear all the stone and let's restore the floor right away. Now we had to work on the walls and the roof. In the next few days, I didn't leave our site. I sealed the bricks and was ready to build the walls. They were ready. But at that moment, I didn't know that the monster would start entering my space and the darkness would be everywhere. This isn't good. Wait, time cannot be turned back, the sun will disappear, and the only sound that will remain is the ticking of the clock. What? Wait, already here? Wait, they hear the ticking of the clock? The stars aren't moving, and the moon is standing still. That's when I realized there would be no more day. The darkness of the monster that I studied and watched every day had penetrated as far as it could. The last source of light was my home's, and that light has decided to go out too. I know you're here somewhere. All we have to do is fix the roof. Okay, come on. It's like he's not there. The main problem is that while surviving in the dark, we'll have to fix the most difficult element in all these houses. It was the roof, and the resources for which were very complex. Remember how we made the first roof? I had no time left. Oh my god, okay, he's here. I've never been so scared. Okay, I need to pull myself together and fight my fears. Now I have to go to the river, and when I return from there, the light will not save me. We had to get shells from the river to get limestone water. I'll tell you honestly, we can only survive if my chests still have resources from the last roof. Okay, here are the shells. Now let's collect them. Okay, here's more. Wait! Wait! Don't you dare come near me! Don't you dare come close! Now I'm safe. The monster couldn't swim, but you know, the air could run out. Let's get out of here. Okay. Okay. So, he's scared of water. I needed to collect more shells for the limestone water. Having done this, it was time to run home. Let's run! Let's run! Oh my god, okay. Got it. Got it, okay. We'll go up here. It's a different story that only a house can save me. Guys, subscribe to my channel right now and like this video. You can't imagine what I had to go through. Okay, we're home. Now we just need to fill the barrel. Now everything depended on only one thing. Whether my chest would contain the necessary tools to repair the last roof. Some remain in the barrel, and now when we had come such a long way, realizing that we would not have the opportunity to go for resources again, everything depended on whether they were in the chest. Yeah, wait, I think it's enough! Wait, it's enough! Okay, I'm throwing it in. Okay, now I just gotta wait. I'm not afraid of you. You won't get these houses. Okay, let's go. Oh, wait, I got it. I fixed it. What do we do now? I don't know. Wait, the darkness is leaving. It lost today. Wait, I don't believe it, guys. The clouds are coming. That's it. Oh, we did it. We came here almost 100 days ago, finding these two ruins and not even knowing that a monster lived in these lands. We didn't even guess about the monster and the darkness of which engulfed us every day. Accepting our fears, learning to fight them, and be able to control them is the main lesson that I learned in these 100 days. I continue to develop the houses and survive in these landscapes, but the main question is whether I will see the monster at night. It's night, and we fixed our buildings, and if we want, the monster shouldn't bother us, right? Huh? Thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video and you got positive emotions, and maybe if you got a little bit scared, I ask you to subscribe to my channel. That is all. This was Zeman with you. Bye bye.